Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Yesterday's 3-3 draw between Barcelona and Inter Milan. Honestly, what are the chances of us winning the second leg? What mindset are you going into the second leg with? After watching today's match, how are you feeling? Were you frustrated? Angry? Sad? Were you mad at your team? Or were you feeling proud? I think when the final whistle blew, I felt like, man, it slipped away. It really slipped away. It felt like Barcelona had a lot in them, but somehow we couldn't fulfill that on the pitch today. And yes, we made mistakes. Defensively, man, Inter are beasts. Someone on Twitter said, it felt like we were playing against 11 Soliths. You're fighting against 11 towers. Those monsters are 7 feet tall. Did you see Denzel Dumfries when he was running? Beast. We knew Dumfries and DeMarco would be a threat. Remember what I told you in the preview? Framing the cross. That's what I explained to you, and how Inter executed so well. This is the reason why they're the team with the most set-piece goals in Europe. Because they're that physical, that aggressive. Barcelona simply can't match them in the box. Did you see how poorly we defended like kids in the box? It's crazy that in one match, we conceded 2 goals from set pieces. And that second goal from Dumfries, that was just horrible. But what are the positives, guys? How am I feeling after the game? You know, I read somewhere, someone said, I'd rather take a 0-0 than a 3-3. And I completely disagree. You know why I disagree? A 0-0 feels like, okay, we didn't score, they didn't score. Fine. All to play for in the second leg. But with a 3-3, Inter have been exposed. They had only conceded 5 goals all tournament, 3 of them by Bayern. And today, they conceded 3 in one game. That tells you something. This Inter team, no matter how they structure or set up, defended with 10 men, parked the tank. But we still scored 3. Sure, one was a worldie from Rafinha, and one was magic from Lamine Yamal. But there are players. They scored from set pieces. We also created some brilliant goals. Pedri's pass, that Ferran goal, that was out of this world. So I prefer this 3-3 because it shows we can score 3 against one of Europe's most solid defensive units. Yes, downside, they also scored 3 at our home ground. But we knew going into the match that Inter are dangerous in transitions and deadly in set pieces. That was a given. My score prediction was actually 3-1. I never doubted Barcelona's ability to score. And yes, we scored 3. If we hadn't missed a few chances, or if Ferran's shot went in, we could have even had 4. I had faith in our team. Where I was wrong, maybe I thought we'd defend better, but we conceded 2 dirty goals from set pieces. That first one too, ugly. Let's say, for a moment, we ignore set pieces. I know I'm saying that while also acknowledging Inter's biggest strength is set pieces. But just imagine, on open play, we defended Inter really well. There were moments we had to catch them offside. We've played like this against Madrid too. They scored 2 against us, and even Bayern, we played them the same way. The difference? In those matches, we won our individual duels, defended the set pieces, and came out victorious. Maybe today would have gone similarly if we had defended better inside the box. Somewhere, I'm happy that Barcelona at least stopped Inter in one aspect: transitions. And Inter are lethal in transitions. Dumfries is a hungry animal. Man, he steps on the pitch like a beast. And it was bad that we made Gerard Martin face him. I rewatched the game, and yes, Gerard made a couple of good tackles and ball wins, but Dumfries ran riot most of the time. There's a huge difference. Let me know if you agree. Defending a player on the ball is very different from defending a player making runs behind. Rodrigo was coming at Gerard with the ball. That's easier. But Dumfries, he's not running with the ball. He's off the ball, making dangerous runs. You can't even bring him down. It's a foul. That's why Dumfries was more threatening than DeMarco, because he was taking higher positions and knew he was safe with a monster like Jan behind him. So Inter played their game. They scored 3 goals. We were poor defensively. I accept that. But this game is still open. As a neutral, I'd say it's still Inter's to lose. At their home ground, 75,000 tickets sold. San Siro will be rocking. So yes, I'd say Inter might just edge it. They're more experienced, more physical. They ran us ragged defensively. But what did we do well? Credit goes to BKL, the King's lad. Lamine Yamal, bro, absolutely crazy. 17 years old, and look at the composure. He said, "No, I'll initiate the attack." And he did. 2 years ago, Barcelona would have crumbled. We saw it. They would have conceded too, said, "Let's defend, try next leg." But I'm proud of the boys. They left nothing for the next game. They fought in this match. What if we had lost 2 to 3-0? Game over. But if you go out, go down swinging. And I'm proud of my boys. The 17-year-old is inspiring belief in the whole team. Ferran Torres said after the match, "The game isn't over. There's one more match. No problem. Final before the final. Do you doubt for a second that this team won't give 100%? No. So what were the positives from this match? I'm going to talk about that and the tactics too. But bro, it's crazy that Lamine Yamal is producing these numbers at 17. Look at Messi at 17, 9 appearances, 1 goal. Ronaldo at 17, 19 apps, 5 goals, 4 assists. Now Lamine, 22 apps, 33 assists, and 22 goals. And in a game as demanding as this, he delivered. And not once, not twice, Inzaghi said, "I had to triple mark him." Even DeMarco, Mkhitaryan, they were pulling extra players to stop him. 3 versus 1, and this guy was still breaking through. We need to realize this player is legendary. I just hope for his health and success. Please stay fit. We've seen too many players, Neymar, Hazard, whose careers were cut short. The style of play invites tackles, injuries. I really hope Lamine stays safe, because this guy is going next level. Players like Lamine Yamal, who have this kind of temperament, are really something else. You know, Lamine is much more than just a winger. I had told you this in a live stream earlier. I was saying that Lamine Yamal is the best creator in our team. Forget about arguments with the wall. In the first and third midfield, we have Frenkie de Jong and Pedri. But when it comes to actually creating chances, Lamine Yamal is the best creator in our team. This guy has surpassed any winger. He is a creator. He has a kind of temperament where he knows how to use speed, space, and time. He doesn't rush. And all of that at just 17 years of age is shocking. My brother, we got into good scenarios. And even though Ender's play was good, on any other day he could have scored. But you know, my regret is that Barcelona spent too much time trying to pack it back in defense. I wanted the game to open up a bit more, for us to circulate the ball deeper. If Ender had opened up a bit, we would have seen these kinds of moments. At the moment, I feel that Dani Olmo isn't playing his best. This game was made for Dani Olmo. We were always finding favorable situations from the wide positions, especially the right-hand side. The left side was completely dead. My brother, ball was missing and the left side was dead. I am disappointed because we didn't use the width of the channel as much as we should have. This is where Inter is weakest, when their 3 midfielders push forward. That's where the space between the lines opens up. You can see Pedri, for example, who can easily pick that pass. But it's frustrating because we don't have a midfielder who can play in that space to receive the ball and create. Olmo was supposed to be that player. But the necessity of getting Lamine Yamal on the ball more takes away the opportunity for Ferran Torres and maybe Dani Olmo. I think if someone else had taken the responsibility of creating, Lamine wouldn't have had to carry so much of the weight in this match. Lamine had so much responsibility to create, so much to take on. The thing is, if someone else like Olmo was in those positions, receiving and turning with the ball, while Lamine made those inside runs, it would have created better scenarios for us. But it wasn't the case. We weren't creating as much as we should have. Barcelona's second goal was pure quality. Pedri's cross was out of this world. It was like Messi's goal against Athletic Club in the 2015 Copa del Rey final. I mean, Messi had a tough task, starting his run from deeper, beating 1-2 players. But if I had to compare any goal in my recent memory, it would be that Messi goal, more precise and accurate. That's why this goal was something similar. I don't know how Lamine had that confidence to beat Mkhitaryan. It was crazy. The space he had in front of him, unbelievable. At 17, he's producing world-class goals like that. The reaction after his goal showed he was calm and collected, saying, "Stay calm, we got this, don't lose faith in us." That was a mature response from a 17-year-old. He didn't just show it once. He did it again with a superb run that almost turned into a goal, but Summer's fingertips denied him. What can you do? If it was any other team, people would be talking about a great comeback, great performance, but not for Barcelona. That's the world we live in. But we shouldn't care. We know how we played. We fought. Show that we're not going down easily. Barcelona came up against arguably one of the best teams in world football. We struggled, suffered. Maybe we're not as good, but we fought and showed our mentality. We proved that we weren't giving up. And yes, there were moments where we lacked the ball. It was smooth, but in the 27th minute, we lacked possession, and I'll show you how. You can see that the ball circulation was fine, but when Ender pressed, we could have done more. His pressing structure is quite poor. He's easily beaten. Ender's best moments come when he drops into a 5-3-2 structure. That's when he's effective. But today, we didn't use the channels well enough. We didn't have ball holding that left wing position where we usually build up, and Rafinha was inside. That's where the problem was. We didn't have the extra man in wide positions. The movement we had should have been used more to stretch their defense. But we didn't quite get the crosses right. That's where we could have done better in terms of offensive pressure. Barcelona's defense, especially in the second half, wasn't perfect. There were moments where they could close down better, and Inter Milan made us pay for that with their physicality. When they got the ball in wide positions, we didn't react quickly enough, but still, we managed to stay in the game and made it hard for Barcelona. But still, the key takeaway is Barcelona never gives up. That is for today's video. For more of this type of tactical analysis video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me other social media platform. See you in next video. Stay safe and enjoy football.